Until now, the US was on the run. Today, it is being hunted. Joe Biden said he will not send American soldiers to die in Afghanistan. Well, yesterday, 13 of them were killed in Afghanistan by the same terrorists that Biden claimed to have vanquished. This is not a blunder anymore. It's criminal oversight and negligence. By some miracle, Joe Biden was in the White House and not on vacation when the attacks happened. For 2 hours, he was holed up in the Situation Room. Then he emerged to face the media. Biden channeled a mix of aggression and pain. He promised to hunt the perpetrators of Thursday's attack.
To those who carried out this attack, as well as anyone who wishes America harm, know this: we will not forgive. We will not forget. We will hunt you down and make you pay. I will defend our interests and our people with every measure at my command.
Hollywood-style threats sound great, but what's the plan here? By the 31st of August, the last US troops will leave Afghanistan. No soldiers, no intelligence, no ground operations. So how will Joe Biden strike Islamic State targets? One option is an airstrike, but don't forget, the US does not have a military base in Afghanistan. The closest one is probably in Qatar. That's nearly 2,000 kilometers away. It's way too risky. But what if the US had inside help? I'm talking about the Taliban. They point out targets and America takes them out. 2 former rivals joined in combat. Stranger things have happened in world politics. Joe Biden has admitted that the Pentagon is constantly talking to the Taliban. He expects them to play fair. Why? Because apparently it is in the Taliban's self-interest.
They're not good guys, the Taliban. We're not suggesting that at all. But they have keen interest. As many of you have been reporting, they very much would like to figure out how to keep the airport open. They don't have the capacity to do it. They very much are trying to figure out whether or not they can maintain what is the portion of an economy that has become not robust, but fundamentally different than it had been.
Strange, isn't it? How the Taliban's so-called self-interest mysteriously aligns with America's. How is this playing out in American politics? Not well for Joe Biden. Dozens of Republican lawmakers are demanding his resignation. Some of them want him impeached. So far, Joe Biden's strategy has been to duck and divert. Well, he can't do that anymore. 13 American soldiers are dead. 1,000 Americans are still stuck in Kabul, and the Taliban are now window shopping US weapons. I'll show you an example. This is a video from the Kandahar airport. The Taliban are taking a Black Hawk helicopter for a test ride. That's a $21 million chopper. The Taliban are taking it for a spin, and this is just one example. American lawmakers say $85 billion worth of US equipment is with the Taliban.
Oh, that due to the negligence of this administration, the Taliban now has access to over $85 billion worth of American military equipment. That includes 75,000 vehicles, over 200 airplanes and helicopters, over 600,000 small arms and light weapons. The Taliban now has more Black Hawk helicopters than 85% of the countries in the world.
What's the plan to recover these weapons? There isn't one. The Taliban are not going to just hand it back, so all Joe Biden can do is keep his fingers crossed. You would think it's a gamble. But for the US, it is another reason to engage with the Taliban. We've been seeing it from day one. Biden's bravado on beating terrorism is hogwash. The Pentagon says both ISIS and Al-Qaeda retain a presence in Afghanistan. So what does the US do? Cut deals with the new rulers of Afghanistan. That is the Taliban. Earlier this week, CIA Director William Burns visited Kabul. He reportedly met with Taliban leader Mullah Baradar. It's all kinds of strange. First, the meeting was kept a secret. Second, what job does the CIA have in evacuation? Clearly, there's more at play here. America has never been shy of dealing with the devil. They have funded rebels, insurgents, all kind of bad actors. They've created terror groups. The Taliban would be another addition, or should I say a re-addition, since the US has a history with some of its old lot. Yesterday's attack was a sneak peek into the Taliban's future. A shadow war is on the cards, and the Taliban are in no shape to handle it. They will need American intelligence and American military. For the US, the Taliban is a lesser evil now. What stands between them and Islamic State? Is this an evil nexus? Yes, it is. But what else can we expect from the Americans? 20 years of espionage and shadow games have taught them nothing. That's the thing about forever wars. The hangover is forever too. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.